Hello everyone. So sometime back, I think in the last couple of months, or maybe it has been, I think, a few months, I made a video, I think, about Sprint. So basically, I was doing something with Sprint, and I showed in my video how to get the Sprint ID. And today, I just want to expand on it because I received a question on my channel. It will be a short video, hopefully, but let me try to explain. So if you go to any board, and I think I was trying to talk about how to add an issue to a closed sprint. And you have to do that using the bulk update method. And when you're using bulk update, you have to then use the sprint field and you have to pass in the sprint number, right? Or sprint ID. So if you go to any board, let us go to Android board. And if you look at your report, I think if you look at the burn down chart, somewhere it will show you, I think, yeah. So if you look at the burn down chart, it is right now showing you sprint 43, right? And you can switch the sprint and then it will show you sprint 15. So this is of course one place where you can take a look at the sprint, and it says AN sprint 1. So this is of course one thing that you can do. The other thing is if you, and by the way, if you open the issue where you have any sprint or any old sprint, let us see if it works. I'm not massively sure, but I think we can do something like this where we can just look at the sprint and we can do some kind of like an inspect. And it is not obviously great because this may not always show you. Come on, for some reason it is showing like a responsive version. Okay, so this is my sprint. Let me just do that one more time, inspect, and I think we have something. Okay, so if we look here, it says here sprint class. Okay, so I don't really think we have the sprint ID here, so this might not work, or maybe there is something. Okay, so it was sprint 15, right? Okay, so no, we might not have anything here. Anyways, so forget about this. Sometimes you can, if you're looking at the custom field, sometimes you can actually see the IDs there. So of course we have this option where we can take a look at the burn down chart and then it will show you the sprint ID in the URL. And I think when you perform a search using your issue navigator, you can also do something like this: sprint equal to and I think let's try to search for AN sprint 2. So AN sprint 2, and it will show you 26, right? It will show you in the issue navigator. So this is also great, right? Because the sprint navigator will also show you that information. How do I get rid of this? Okay, so we are looking at this sprint 1 or sprint 3. Where is sprint 1? Maybe 26 is the one which is all like maybe running. I don't know. So okay, so let me just change it back to AN sprint. I think it is 1. Okay, so 1 is definitely AN sprint 1 is 15. Okay, so this is another way you can do a search using JQL. You can also do something like you can use REST API, which I think I covered on my channel, how to fetch information, the sprint and board information using REST API. So if you do this, if you run this endpoint, or if you basically do a get on this endpoint, REST Agile 1.0 board, it will show you all the boards in your Jira instance. Not all the boards, but let us say 50 boards in this case. So search for the board. I think the board that we are looking for is AN board. So AN board. And if you search for this, I think, come on, AN board. For some reason it doesn't work. Let me just do a raw search. AN board. Okay, so we have AN board. Okay, I found it, and the board ID is 21, which I can see here. Okay, so we know 21 is the board. Now let me just switch back to the better mode. So 21 is the board and this is the board. So you can open this, you can pass this 21 and it will then show you, of course, the board information where you can see the board and, other details like the project ID and the type of the board. And you can do something like /sprint. Now if you do /sprint, it will show you all the sprints in the board. So we have 53, 43, 43 is active, 15 is closed, and 26 is, feature, so on. So basically for each and every sprint, basically it's sprint 15, you can see the information here. And if you open this URL for the actual sprint, you basically see this, in front of you, which is amazing. So basically what I'm trying to show you today is that if you are a little bit tech savvy, you can always find information based on these things, basically, based on what you're looking for. And using REST API, I think I always say that if you are even a little bit technical, you should, play with REST API because it will give you a lot of power. And REST API is there for everyone. I mean, of course, if you are not a Jira admin, then you can't really do Jira admin stuff, but you can still do things that a normal user can do using REST API, right? So this is something that I thought I'll probably talk about. So that is all. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.